Log Entry 1. Dr. Lena Moravec. Post-market safety analysis, NourishMax biotechnologies. It's become routine, this work. Another Monday, another batch of consumer tissue samples. The world outside this lab is starving. Climate collapse took the livestock. The oceans are dead zones. Traditional protein is a luxury for the 1%. For everyone else, there's NourishMax. Our company's miracle. Chemically inert, nutritionally complete, biologically safe. That's the slogan. We feed over 70% of the planet with this stuff. It's in every aid package, every school lunch, every emergency ration. My own mother lives on it. Without NourishMax, she wouldn't, so I do my job. I run the tests. I sign the forms, but today was different. Under the microscope, I saw something wrong. In a sample from a long-term consumer, there were residues. Strange filament-like structures woven into the muscle tissue. They looked almost like mycelium, the root network of a fungus. But our product is synthetic, sterile. My first thought was contamination, a sloppy collection, a dirty slide. So I ran the tests again and again. The results were always the same. The filaments were there. I subjected them to every digestive enzyme I could think of. Pepsin, trypsin, lipase. Nothing touched them. They were supposed to break down, to be absorbed. Instead, they persisted. I isolated a strand, a single translucent fiber, and watched it for 72 hours. It didn't just persist. It grew. My blood ran cold. This wasn't contamination. This was an organism. It was alive, but it wasn't parasitic. It wasn't attacking the host cells. In fact, the surrounding tissue showed no signs of inflammation, no immune response at all. The fibers were threading themselves between the cells, integrating seamlessly. They weren't just coexisting, they were replacing. Log Entry 12. I haven't slept in a week. I've moved beyond simple microscopy. I'm using our most advanced neuroimaging suite, running deep scans on tissue from chronic users. The truth is far worse than I imagined. The NourishMax fibers, these inert protein chains, they're not the organism itself. They're a scaffold, a delivery system. Once ingested over a long enough period, they seed the gut with the spores of a previously unknown fungus. A fungus so alien it defies all our biological models. It has a unique method for avoiding immune detection. It doesn't hide, it simply doesn't register as a threat. And it grows, so slowly, so methodically. It follows the body's superhighways, the nerve pathways. From the gut, it extends its tendrils along the vagus nerve, spreading through the central and peripheral nervous systems, and it has a preference. Its first target is always the same, nociceptors, the pain receptors. It doesn't destroy them. It envelops them, breaks them down, and then replaces them with its own fungal filaments, perfectly mimicking the original neural connections. I cross-referenced my findings with global medical data. It was all there, hidden in plain sight. A worldwide decline in reported cases of chronic pain, arthritis, fibromyalgia, neuralgia, all quietly fading. Doctors hailed it as a miracle. But I also found anecdotal reports, forum posts, social media chatter, people describing a mild, persistent sense of euphoria, a feeling of emotional distance, a flattening of affect. No one was getting sick. There was no rejection, no inflammation, no symptoms to report. Just a quiet, creeping numbness. Log Entry 27. I've expanded my study to focus on long-term, high-dependency populations. Factory workers in unregulated industries, the ones who used to suffer from repetitive strain and workplace injuries. Now they don't even flinch. A deep cut, a burn, a broken bone. They register the event, but the signal for pain never arrives. I watched surveillance footage of a man who severed 2 fingers in a press. He calmly picked them up, wrapped his hand in a rag, and finished his shift. I looked at children. The data from schools and daycare centers shows a dramatic decrease in crying incidents. A child falls on the playground, scrapes their knee open, and just gets up. No tears, no call for a parent, just a blank look before they go back to playing. It's the same with soldiers on the front lines, victims of accidents. They bleed, but they don't scream. They don't panic. The MRI scans tell the full story. In their bodies, the original nerve bundles are gone. In their place is a delicate, shimmering lattice of fungal filaments, an artificial nervous system conducting sensation, but only the sensations it chooses to. The fungus doesn't kill its host, it pacifies it, pain is gone. And with it, fear is fading. Caution, urgency, the instinct to survive. It's all being systematically overwritten. We're becoming a world without pain. Log entry 34. I couldn't keep this to myself. I compiled my data, the images, the spectral analysis, the global health correlations, and I requested an immediate meeting with the board. I laid it all out for them. The fungal symbiont, the nerve replacement, the systematic erosion of human sensation. I expected shock, denial, in order to shut down production. I was a fool. They just sat there, watching me with tired, patient eyes. When I finished, the director, a man I once admired, simply said, "We know, doctor. They've known for years." It was an accident, an unexpected mutation during the synthesis process, an emergent property of the protein matrix. They ran the numbers. To remove NourishMax from the global food supply would trigger immediate, catastrophic famine. Billions would die. The famines would lead to wars, societal collapse. This way, humanity survives. The director brought up a new screen. It showed crime statistics. Violence down 80%, civil unrest down 95%. He said the fungus stabilizes populations. It makes them manageable. Less rebellion, less conflict, less suffering. Then he looked me straight in the eye and asked the question that will haunt me forever. Is pain essential, Dr. Moravec? Or is it just a tradition we're better off without? They offered me a promotion, a new title, a seat on the board. All it would cost is my silence. They showed me the projections. One path leads to mass death and screaming chaos. The other leads to a quiet, compliant, stable human race. A garden, tended by them. Log entry 40. Personal memo. I can't stop thinking about their offer, about that question. Is pain essential? I've been eating NourishMax every day for 3 years. Just like my mother, just like my partner. I used to get debilitating migraines. They're gone. The anxiety that kept me up at night. It's a distant hum. This morning, while preparing a sample, the scalpel slipped. It sliced deep into my thumb. I watched the blood well up, a perfect crimson bead, but I felt nothing. No sting, no throb, just pressure, a detached observation that my skin had been breached. Later, I locked myself in my office. A wave of something, was it panic, was it despair, washed over me. I don't even know what to call the feelings anymore. They're like echoes. In a moment of madness, I grabbed a letter opener from my desk and stabbed it into the back of my hand. I pushed it until the tip dimpled the skin on my palm. There was no pain, just the sensation of tearing of movement, and under it all, a profound, terrifying sense of relief. The decision had already been made for me. I'm changing. We're all changing. Resistance isn't just futile. It may already be impossible. This is my final log entry. I've spent the last hour staring at 2 buttons on my terminal. One is labeled leak. It sends my entire research folder to every open news network and academic server on the planet. The truth gets out. NourishMax is recalled. Panic. Famine. Billions will die screaming. The other button is labeled delete. Everything I've found is wiped. The world continues on its new path. It grows calmer, more peaceful, more obedient. Humanity becomes something new, quiet, content, empty. I've also found something else in my final scans. The fungus isn't just mimicking nerves, it's learning, spreading from pain and fear receptors to memory, to reason, to consciousness itself. It's a total replacement. There is no choice here, not a good one. We were starving and we begged for a savior. Now we are saved. We saved the body. We lost the nerve.